Now on Friday Night Lights, Brawley in a big-time matchup versus the defending state champs.
Plus, out goes the lights. Our season opening game at Palo Verde ends in dramatic fashion. We'll have the first half highlights and the latest on the abrupt ending.
And welcome to another season of Friday Night Lights. I'm Scott Gross. We are so excited to have you with us.
And I'm Cole Johnson. This season promises to be bigger and better than ever before.
We begin in the Imperial Valley at Burger Field in Holtville, where the Vikings hosted the Eagles of Southwest.
And for more on this game, which is also our marquee matchup of the week, we bring in Luis Lopez, who was in Holtville tonight. Luis.
Scott, Cole, very excited to be back. Both of these teams banking on senior leadership. Southwest sporting many familiar faces at core positions, while the Holtville Vikings returned 17 seniors, most of which are new faces ready to shine. It's the Eagles' air attack against the Vikings' ground and pound attack. Holtville looking to make it 2 wins in a row against the bigger school to the west of Even Hughes Highway. To Burger Field we go. Furman Velarde leading out the Vikings with a bang. Meanwhile, the Eagles looking to get their revenge again after last year's season-opening loss to the Vikings. Let's begin in the first drive for the Vikes offense. They get it to sophomore back Hector Sanchez, and he finds a hole and turns on the afterburners. This ends up being a 52-yard gain, setting Holtville up with a 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. And on the very next play, the Vikings showing off that strong running game. They get it to junior fullback Griffin Garcia for the touchdown. Vikes' 2-point attempt would get flagged. They're up 6-0 now. Southwest in need of an answer here. Junior quarterback Logan Youngers takes a snap and quickly fires us out to junior wideout Jonah Estrada, who fights through contact down the sideline to pick up 39 yards for the Eagles, getting into Viking territory. And that would help set up this play right here. 1st and goal for Southwest. Youngers with it, decides to keep it for himself, heads for the end zone, dives, nearly takes out a ref in the process. Either way, that is good for a touchdown. Youngers with the first Eagle touchdown on the year. It's now 7-6 Southwest. In the end, it will be Holtville taking this one easy, winning 53-13. Scott and Cole, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Luis. We'll see you a little bit later on in the show. Now let's head north on Highway 111 to Brawley, where the Wildcats join John Self, and they welcome the defending CIF State 2A champions to Warren Field.
Yeah, the Falcons of Scramps Ranch out of San Diego finished last year 13-1, and they accomplished what every team sets out to do, and that's to win the final game of the season, and they did just that with a 31-28 win over Wilcox in the state title game at Saddleback College. But John Self and his Wildcats are never one to back away from a challenge. And now here's actually our marquee matchup of the week. Let's get right to it. Out to Warren Field and Brawley, the Cats primed for battle, and even the student section ready to go in this one. First series for Brawley, nothing doing. Here's the handoff to Tanner Carranza. They would get stuffed there on 3 straight plays and forced a punt. On the Falcons' first drive, it's Jax Leatherfield dumping it off to the tight end Ethan Roche, and he takes it for a nice first down carry into the Wildcats' territory. Next play, look at this. Joshua went on the carry, but the big hit. Our first hit stick of the year goes to Makai Washington of the Wildcats, but a couple plays later, here's the toss towards the corner of the end zone. Oh, what a grab, and reeled in by Steven Busquet, and he dives in for the score. Scripps Ranch strikes first in this one, but misses the extra point. But on the ensuing kickoff, Ruben Abarca taking off, running down the sideline, gets a block, and he takes it into Scripps Ranch territory to start the drive beautifully. Couple plays in, here's the field general, Ethan Gutierrez, scanning, firing down the middle, and he's got his man Robert Platt Jr. for a first down. That's the Wildcats' first down there deep in Falcons territory, and then the finishing touches, the flip out to Carranza, who bulldozes his way in for 6, and a little spike afterwards. He would get an unsportsmanlike conduct call, but the touchdown still counts. The extra point would go through for Brawley, and they took a 7-6 lead, and in the end, it was Brawley bringing home. They're up 27-20 in the fourth quarter. We'll get you that full score in just a little bit.
I just heard from Billy Brewer that is a final. They knock off the state champs 27-20. Congratulations to John Self and the Wildcats. Hey, we're just getting started. Coming up, we stay in the Imperial Valley and bring you highlights from Jacobo Elias and the Vincent Memorial Scots.
Yeah, and the Yuma Criminals play their first game in Class 3A at home, and the newly named Curly Culp Memorial Stadium at Doan Field. Stick with us.
You're watching Friday Night Lights on KYMA.
It's safe to say that a great day's work starts with a great night's sleep. So no matter what kind of job you have, Denver Mattress has the right mattress for you. So shop the Labor Day sale today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $200 on every $1,000 you spend. Save up to $800 on a Purple mattress with a scent base and score a $300 gift. Or check out the Summit Firm, now only $299.99, plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
It's like I'm downloading in slow motion. Wish we had better internet.
Charlie!
That's right, it's me, Charlie. Wish specialist for Spectrum. Let's get that wish granted.
How?
Spectrum Internet delivers fast speeds for a stronger connection on all your devices. Here. Here! Yeah! And here. Plus, get a free modem and free desktop security to keep your kids safe. Online.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
Why do we need all these remotes? I wish our shows were in one place.
Spectrum TV makes it easy to find your favorites. Plus, you'll have access to over 85,000 titles on demand. And with the free Spectrum TV app, you can watch live sports, news, and more on any device, anywhere.
Get Spectrum TV for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
I wish we didn't have a
Contract? Granted.
Oh, he's good.
Switch to Spectrum Internet or TV, or get them both for $49.99 a month each, all with no contracts. Call 833-768-4999.
Nick Bolton here with the latest from Bell & Howell. We call them tack glasses. Inspired by the sunglasses worn by our heroes in uniform, tack glasses block blinding glare so well, invisible objects suddenly become visible. Enhance colors to give you vision as sharp as an eagle's and survive even the harshest conditions. Look, ordinary sunglasses just make things darker, which could be deadly in a tactical situation. Tack glasses improve optical clarity so you can see clearly, even in low light. If you've never seen how this light filtering technology works, check this out. Nothing to see, right? But look again as we hold up our tack glasses. A colorful American eagle is revealed. Amazing!
Act now to get your tack glasses for just $19.99, and we'll even ship it to you free. So don't delay. Order yours today.
To order, call 1-800-287-1705. Again, that's 1-800-287-1705, or order online at trytackglasses.com.
Sports, weeknights at 10 p.m. Sponsored only by Papa San Rice Bowl.
You're watching Friday Night Lights. Go Criminals!
And welcome back to Friday Night Lights. I'm Scott Gross along with Cole Johnson. Yes, we had a busy day today. The Vincent Memorial Scots missed the playoffs a year ago by half a yard.
Yeah, it was our play of the year, actually, with the Calexico Bulldogs stopping the Scots just short of the goal line on the final play of the game. This year, though, Vincent Memorial is using that as motivation as they look to once again rise to prominence in the Imperial Valley. So out to Eagle Field in El Centro, where the Scots of Vincent Memorial ready to rock. Jacobo Elias talking over the game plan. We picked this up in the third quarter. Vincent Memorial down 21-6, and they're trying to come back here. This one dunked out to Roberto Carranza, who shimmy and shakes a tackle, and picks up a decent gain to get the drive going, but it would later be stalled. After a timeout, Elias trying to get out of the pocket, and he's ripped down for the sack. Loses a big chunk of yards there, and the Scots would have to punt. Now San Diego on offense. Quarterback Jerry Apodaca launching it down the sideline, finds his receiver in traffic for a big chunk and into Vincent Memorial territory, but hold on. There is a flag on the field that's coming back. It sets San Diego back, and Max Ascalani steps up and makes a big play, dragging down the running back to lose a couple. To back him up even more, the Scots would get the ball back, and now it's Elias. He's going to be on the run looking, finds his man Apodaca for a first down over the middle. Vincent Memorial would continue that momentum. Here's the next play. Elias pump fakes, scrambling, and this is what we see him love to do every week. He takes off and runs for a first down. Vincent Memorial would go on to score in this drive, and they come all the way back and win this one 29-28 the final.
To Yuma, where the Yuma Criminals look to win their season opener for the first time since 2017.
Yeah, they won their first 2 games of the season that year. This year, they were moved down to Class 3A, and with competition more suitable, head coach Bo Seibel and his Criminals are hoping to steal more wins in 2022.
to Curly Culp Memorial Stadium at Doane Field. The Criminals ready to start a new season as they welcome the Demons from Dysart. The Criminals receive the opening kickoff. Lands in the hands of senior Ricardo Jimenez, and watch Ramirez weave his way through traffic and all the way down the Criminals sideline, finally arrested at the Dysart 35. Crims with a great start, but not so fast. In the very next play, the Crims fumble. Oh no, the Demons take over on offense. Crims defense, though, would force a punt. Next, Crims possession. It's senior running back Jesus Villapuda from his own 42 and rips off a big gain. Watch out, ball boys. Villapuda down inside the Demon 30. Moments later, it's Villapuda again, and he will prance in for the easy 2-yard touchdown run. Crims up 6-0. They would miss the extra point. The band liking what they're seeing, and they're feeling good, and they're feeling downright jazzy.
Jazzy.
Yuma defense holds again on the Dysart punt. It's over the head of the punter. Crims recover at the Demon 18. Crims back to work on offense, and quarterback Reggie Antone with his first pass of the night finds Giovanni Robinson for the 11-yard touchdown with 15 seconds left in the opening quarter. Crims are rolling 12-0. However, Dysart comes back to win by a score of 21-18.
Tough home opener for the Crims, but we still have much more to get to, including last night's game. We kicked it off on a Thursday with the defending CIF Division V champs hosting Calexico.
The lights went out in Palo Verde and the game suspended. The very latest and highlights from last night when Friday Night Lights return after this water break. Richard, big senior year for you. A couple records in reach, yards, touchdowns. How much more do you need?
Need about 2,200 yards and about 16 touchdowns.
You know, I've got some records as well. I created a player on Madden and broke all the records passing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Mind if we toss it around a little bit? What? I'm open. I scored a touchdown in college once.
Californians have a choice between two initiatives on sports betting. Prop 27 generates hundreds of millions every year to permanently fund getting people off the streets and into housing. Prop 26, not a dime to solve homelessness. Prop 27 has strong protections to prevent minors from betting. Prop 26, no protections for minors. Prop 27 helps every tribe, including disadvantaged tribes. Prop 26, nothing for disadvantaged tribes. Vote yes on 27.
The bladder control aisle. You won't shop here again. Your private business is your own. The constant struggle is over. Now there's a better way. It's HDIS. We home deliver bladder control products. We understand how you feel. For over 25 years, we've home delivered to many of the 20 million Americans who deal with incontinence. We offer all brands. We pay shipping and use plain, unmarked boxes. If we can help you or someone you care for, call for your free product sample pack and $45 in money-saving coupons. Our counselors will help you choose the right product. And unlike stores, we're always in stock. You'll get what you need. Satisfaction guaranteed. HDIS, the better way.
For your free sample pack with your free catalog, $45 in money-saving coupons, and free product samples, call 1-800-489-3026. That's 1-800-489-3026.
NPG of Yuma El Centro has an immediate opening for a meteorologist weather anchor in Yuma, Arizona. We're looking for an articulate meteorologist or weather anchor that can produce and present multiple weather segments during our weekday newscasts using weather data and bearing computer graphics. The candidate must be able to present weather information in a clear, engaging, and meaningful manner to our viewers. The candidate we choose must be able to shoot, write scripts, lead-ins, and other material related to the weather. When applying for this position, go to KYMA.com's Jobs Internship section.
Welcome back to the 2022 premiere of Friday Night Lights. The Calexico Bulldogs are coming off one of their most successful seasons in modern history as they look to build on that winning taste into a new year, yet still carrying the underdog mentality.
They sure are, and they face a tall task in Week 1 against the team that took the CIF Division V belt, and a team from Palo Verde and Blythe, California that as a whole community bought into their new culture. So we go out to Palo Verde. Can you feel the hype in Blythe? The Yellow Jacket breaking some moves. The defending Division 5 champs entering in style, and the Bulldogs doing their thing after a Calexico punt on just the second play on offense for the Jackets. It's Xavier Bejarano busting through the line, turns on the Jets, goodbye and gone for a 64-yard score. But hang on, there's some dirty laundry on the field. That's back in the Yellow Jackets way back. Couple plays later on 4th down. Stand up Bulldogs defense. They get everyone in there in white jerseys making the stop for their turnover on downs. Sideline is loving it. They're pumped up. Bulldogs take over on offense. David Esquer with a handoff out of the gun to Andres Ramirez, who goes around the edge, makes a nice move for a good gain on 1st down to the Palo Verde 20. We'll see more of him later, but after a fumble, backs them up. Esquer airing it out on 4th down, just out of the reach of Marco Esquer. The Bulldogs miss a big chance there. Nice throw, though, just out of the reach. Yellow Jackets going for it again on 4th down. And it's the Bulldogs defense once again with the stand. They would take over for the 2nd time. So can the Dogs finally cash in? Esquer, the little screen pass over the middle. Andres Ramirez, I told you he'd be back. Shakes a tackle, shakes another one. Whoop! Slips past defenders, making a house call from 30 yards out. Bulldogs break the scoreless tie. They would take a 7-0 lead into halftime, but just 2 minutes into the second half, Palo Verde would even the game. And take a look at this. A dust and lightning storm hit Blythe area, and all power went out across the stadium, sending teams and fans home. Now, the game would be called, but we just got word a few hours ago that they will finish the rest of the game where it left off tomorrow night at 6 o'clock in Imperial. Now to Luis Lopez with our out-of-the-town scoreboard.
Yeah, guys, we start with our teams that began the year on the road. Central over in Mount Carmel with a big win, 48-20. And Cole, as you mentioned just a second ago, Calexico and Palo Verde, that game will continue tomorrow night. Score currently tied at 7-7. Brawley, meanwhile, getting a win at home against Scripps Ranch. Holtville with a big win at home against Southwest to open their season, 53-13 over there. And Vincent Memorial just barely edging out San Diego with a 29-28 win. And Dysart just taking down Yuma 21-18.
Let's take a look at our helmet props. Well, I was playing around with this the other day, even though I am a handsome devil. I actually, if you can bring it on the screen to me, I've changed my mind here. Changed my mind, bring it back here. Vincent Memorial gets my helmet prop tonight because they came all the way back and they won 29-28.
That's a big win. That is a big win. And then my helmet prop is going to go to, you see, the Brawley Wildcats right here. This team, a big win for them in Week 1, beating the defending state champions in 2A. You know, they got off to a tough start. They gave up the first touchdown in the game. They battled back down the field, and they pull out the win in the end. Big stuff.
Luis, who's your helmet prop of the night?
Guys, I had to give my helmet prop to Holtville. I went all the way out there to check out their game. We knew coming into this year their running game would be a big strength of theirs. Among the backs that scored tonight, Griffin Garcia, Hector Sanchez, they used that to perfection to earn the 53-13 win against Southwest. So I'm going with Holtville, boys.
Good now choice. To our play of the day, play of the night.
There we go. How about we take a look at this? A sensational kickoff return from Yuma High's Ricardo Ramirez, tiptoeing the sideline. A little shake and bake there. He started it with a return all the way out to the Dysart 35, deep in their territory. Big return there. Great play by Ricardo.
And now for today's best, a big thank you to all of our viewers. Let's take it today's best and give you a look at what we got going in our studio right now. Omar, let's have a look at you as you wind things down here. Roll the video. There we go. This is today's best. There's Omar doing a fantastic job. We threw a lot at him, and he did not fumble. He did a fantastic job. Thank you to Vanessa. Thank you to Luis, Cole, Jonathan Busco, Eric Sawyer, Ernesto Ramirez, everybody a part of this. Thank you so much. We'll see you right back here for week number 2 next Friday night.